question, what's been your excitement joining the program with Pitt that's coming off of the kind of back-to-back years? First time they've had 20 wins in 2 seasons since like the early 80s.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of a testament to what they did 2 years ago with Kenny. I think that Coach Narduzzi has the experience with him, winning the ACC championship. And then obviously Coach Cignetti's experience has brought a lot to the table. So I'm super excited to be under those two coaches and be in this program and just see what I can add to the program.
Why Pitt? Why'd you make the decision to come here?
I think it came down to location, people, and the football. I love the coaches here. I'm very familiar with the staff from getting recruited in high school. I also know Coach Cignetti from getting recruited in high school, and Coach Narduzzi was always a big part of my high school recruitment. So when it came time to go in the portal, there were some coaches that were very adamant about getting me here and always talked to me every single day, and I think that made a big difference.
Were you close to saying yes in high school to come here?
Yeah, I was.
Penn State.
At the time, coming out of high school, it didn't seem like the right fit for me. Obviously, I chose Penn State, but I think, if I went back, I still would have made the same decision. I don't think anything would change from then on to here, but I'm extremely happy that I'm here now, and I think that from the portal coming here, that was definitely the best decision. So.
You're coming to a place that already has another experience, the transfer quarterback here. Did that play into your decision at all that you're going to have to be maybe behind a guy for a year?
It didn't have that big of an impact on my decision. I think having Phil here is a benefit to me and my learning experience. He's definitely done it longer than me, so I can learn a lot of stuff from him. I think it's a very good competitive environment that it's going to bring to the program. I think we're going to elevate each other and make each other better. So I'm looking forward to competing with him and developing that relationship of being friends and quarterbacks on the same team and just helping each other out.
Do you expect to get an opportunity to compete for the starting job with them?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I came here. I wanted to go somewhere where I compete, be the starter, and take the program to a national championship, ACC championship, Coastal Division championship. So, yeah, I absolutely believe that I get a chance to compete, and I want to win the starting job, of course.
Last year, last year Pitt was in a situation where they came in with Keaton and Nick having that chance to compete. Keaton wins out, but Nick certainly got his chances and then got a big moment in the Sun Bowl. Was that something that kind of sparked your interest, just to see, that quarterback situation play out, and then to see the guy who didn't win the spot but win such a huge moment for this program?
Right. I think everybody's opportunities come at different times and different moments, and everything happens for a reason. It happened to me my freshman year at Penn State. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's path is different. Obviously I have an open mind to this whole process, but I have goals and I have aspirations that I'm going to work hard to reach. And, I don't have any expectations, any demands. I just want to have an equal competition, equal opportunity to start.
What's the best thing you do in the field?
I would say my decision-making and athleticism is a big part of my game. My athleticism is definitely underrated. But I love being back there and just dicing up defenses, making throws, going through progressions, and making the right reads. I think that's what quarterback is all about, is just being systematic and just every single play, just torching them. So that's what I love to do.
Christian, you mentioned Kenny Pickett. How much have you followed, or did you follow his growth through the Pitt program, and how much did that play into your decision to see how he kind of exploded his last year?
I wouldn't really say follow his growth, but I've definitely, as a quarterback, paid attention to other quarterbacks in the college football atmosphere. And when he was here at Pitt, I watched his highlights. I listened to all the draft talks about him, seeing the scouting report for the draft. So I'm very familiar with who he is as a player. And then obviously coming here, I watched a lot of film. Obviously it's a different offensive coordinator now, but I think just watching what he did here gave me some inspiration of what's possible and what can be achieved.
Phil told us last week that he said it was a different kind of approach that Frank kind of had when you guys first arrived, showing you a lot of Joe Montana tape and old school tape. What kind of stuff has Frank Cignetti already tried to kind of ingrain into your mind about what you got to do?
I think it's just knowing every single detail and why everything adds up. You go to a lot of places and coaches will just throw information at you, and it won't really gel until you're in training camp, and then you're like, oh, that's why we learned this, that's why we learned that. With him, I've been here for 4 weeks, and I think my knowledge of the game has doubled, honestly. the detail, the precision, how he stacked things on top of each other to make sense. It all builds off of each other, and I think that's what makes him so great, is that everything has a reason. Words have a meaning. Everything is so precise and detailed that it just all makes sense, and I love it.
What was your reaction at Penn State when you went to the portal?
I mean, I got a lot of love from everybody, the fans, the coaches, the people. I love that place still. I'll always have good relationships, good friends. They're great people. Nothing was negative from the whole process, and I thank them a lot for that.
What have you learned about Pitt's offense over the last few weeks, about what it's going to be and what's going to look like and why it's a good fit for you?
It's very pro style, which I love. I think the NFL aspect of it brings a lot of good stuff to the table as a quarterback, because you like to be in a system like that. We're definitely going to air the ball out. We're going to have a strong run game, and we're going to get people open. That's Cignetti's big thing, is getting people open. And when you watch the film, it's apparent that we get people open. So we have a potential to do a lot of damage this year, and I expect to do just that.
This might be a little out of the box, but did you have any conversations with John Patrician, who kind of had the same path as you?
I have not, no. I've heard a lot about him and his journey, so I know we have a similar path, but I should definitely hit him up and ask him a few questions about his transition and how it all went for him.
How have you been welcomed here? Like, not just from the coaches, but from your new teammates, whether guys who transferred with you or just joined, or guys who've been here for a while?
It's been great. I mean, everybody's been welcoming. I haven't heard one negative thing, and I think that's a big decision why I came here, is because the people are great, relationships are great, so I haven't had anything negative.
When Phil told us that he's been throwing with Bud Means and Canadi Mumfield every day, are you involved in those, or you have your own time with different guys that you've been throwing with so far?
Yeah, we have our organized group sessions, and then we have solo stuff on the side, and I'm always getting in here with guys too. So, we like to do stuff as a team where we all throw together, but then obviously guys come in whenever they can with their school schedule and all that stuff to get some extra work in, and we're all doing that.
Who are you closest with so far? I know it's very
I'd say my locker neighbor is Brandon George. Me and him are pretty cool so far. Nate Temple is right in front of me. He's a good guy too. Obviously Tay, Bub, Day, who you guys are going to talk to, he's been cool so far. But I'm really just trying to get to know everybody's names. I'm not the best with memorizing names, but that's like my biggest goal right now, is trying to figure out who everybody is and really build that chemistry with the guys. Because as a transfer, you don't have that same connection that you have with the guys that have been here for 2-3 years. So that's definitely something that I'm trying to get better at.
You got 3 years,
Yeah.
Christian, you mentioned wanting to get an equal chance. Is that something that you think you're going to get, that you're going to have the opportunity when you get out there on the field in the spring or in the fall to have that chance?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was told when I came here, and that's one of the big reasons why I came here, is to have that equal chance to compete and start and be the guy. And I think that I have the ability to be that guy. It's going to be a great competitive environment in the spring, summer, and camp. And, I can't wait. It's what I love to be a part of. Obviously at Penn State, it was a very competitive environment there, and I think it's a lot similar here with the guys we have in the room right now. So
It was very much a run-first team last year. They body conduct, broke some records and things like that. And that was obviously where they leaned a lot throughout the season. Did that weigh into your decision at all and make you think, I want to throw the ball more, or would you say, no, I could do something with that?
No, I thought, when I looked at the actual offense, the system, not what they put on paper, but what it's all about, I saw the potential of what Coach Cignetti has been able to do under the system. And just watching the film that he puts on of NFL teams running this stuff, what he did at BC, there's a lot of potential. Just because last year they ran a lot of run plays doesn't mean that this year is going to be the same, right? And it's all about the personnel and who you have, and Coach Cignetti is going to call plays that he feels comfortable with the guy behind the center.
When you talk about studying a lot, who's your favorite pro player, college player that you've ever studied? Guys you just watch and you're like, man, I got to incorporate that in my game.
Aaron Rodgers, for sure. He's been my favorite player growing up. I've always loved watching his stuff, watching his highlights. He's one of the best passers the league has ever seen. And I think that he does a lot of stuff mentally and physically that just wows you. And whenever I study tape, I really try and take a lot of stuff from him.